When you suffer, you naturally want to get away from that state. When you're in pain, your mind goes to its opposite of not wanting to be in pain. If you're anxious and that overwhelms you, you don't want to be anxious. If you're very angry, there's a part of you that doesn't want to be angry, or you might want to be non-violent. If you're overwhelmed by sadness, at some point you want to find a way out of that. That is a natural, instinctive way of how your mind responds in trying to overcome your discomfort. The issue is that it creates psychological time between where you are and where you want to be. And within that space, within that creation of psychological time, that trying to overcome, you create all the other emotions that are possible. You're trying to achieve, you might fail, you get depressed, you get frustrated for not arriving. If you arrive, you have a sensation of achievement, a short moment of fleeting pleasure. And then again, that cycle repeats itself, because if the initial point of departure rests on a state of suffering, then you will always come back to that. You will always gravitate back to that. So when you're angry and you say to yourself, you should practice non-violence, that non-violence still rests initially on a state of anger. And so something will upset you or bring you out of balance, out of that idea of non-violence that you've created, and will put you back in touch with the anger. And the same goes with anxiety. You might do courses of being more assertive, being more willful, but eventually it's a superficial layer that you've created on top of that anxiety, and you'll fall back into the anxiety the moment your energy starts to drop. And so it's important to realize that that psychological time is the perpetuation of suffering. And the moment you stop that movement of achieving, of getting somewhere, of becoming, then you close the gap of dissociation. You close the gap of psychological time, and hence you stop suffering.